Hello, Trailblazers. Happy Friday. It is not just Friday, but it is a feature Friday, my absolute favorite day over here in Trailblazers, because I get to talk to amazing leaders. Now, today, I'm really excited because it's not just an amazing leader, but is one of the most amazing leaders, if I say so myself. Carmen, how do you say your last name? Tell us how you say it.
Traian. You
Okay.
can say Traian. Okay.
I'm not sure I'm going to roll my R's like you do, because that's a beautiful thing you've got going on there. So if I say the American version of Traian, is that right?
Traian is perfect.
Traian.
Perfect.
I'll take perfect, right? I'll take it. It's not often as an entrepreneur that you're going to hear those words, right?
Right.
So I love, this is the point where I want to just give you the mic and have you tell us. So let's start out. First of all, explain to us what you do for those who haven't followed you and haven't seen your beautiful work yet.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Carmen Traian. I am a psychologist. My profession is one of psychologists, but I combine it with my passion for writing. So I'm very passionate about writing poems and inspirational poems and affirmations and everything that's about mindset and a very childlike state of just being happy in the moment and not expecting to be in a certain way, but to take it as it is and make the best of it. So this is my natural state of being and now, but it wasn't always like that.
I was just going to say, honestly, just everything you just said there is a lot for someone to swallow, especially as an entrepreneur and you know this is true too, so many entrepreneurs and business owners or anyone really online showing up, and maybe people who don't even yet know what their passion and purpose are. There is such an intensity behind it where you can stress about things, you create deadlines, you feel like you should be doing more. I love that you're bringing this intense joy, this really focus on the joy, the brightness, and the happiness. That is absolutely beautiful. So tell us, what is it that really, if you had to say, well, I'm a leader because of this, what makes you a trailblazer?
Well, what makes me a trailblazer? I love it. Well, I take myself as I am. I love myself as I am, and I accept myself as I am. I might be wrong for some people. Some people might not like the way I am, but it's important that I like the way I am. So this is what matters. And what makes me a leader, because I lead my life the way I like it. The people that like me the way I am, it's perfect. They will buy my poems. They will just connect with me. They will say, yes, it's perfect, like you say it. And I know exactly what you mean. Some might not be approve of what I say. It's just perfect. It's perfect. Everybody has the right to think whatever he likes about me or what I write.
I love the message. Yes, part of being a leader and a successful one at that is really understanding your space, understanding that you are going to attract the people who are authentic to what you're really trying to do. So people can make themselves crazy, and we've seen it, trying to please everyone. And I think when people start to get online, when people start to get online and you start realizing that you can say your message and there are going to be people who will respond to it and people who won't. And some of the most successful entrepreneurs are the ones who really put their blinders on to those who don't resonate with their message, who aren't their ideal community.
It's okay. They will resonate with other messages that are perfect for them. It's okay.
Yeah. So for those of you who are joining us live, thank you. Say hello. Let us know you're here. If you have any questions for Carmen, first of all, about how she brings such amazing joy, strength of purpose, strength of character, strength of mission to her daily life, please feel free to drop your comments and questions in. We would love to hear from you. Hi, Mila. I see Mila is on here.
Hi, Mila.
It's nice to see you, Mila. I see we've got a bunch of people liking it. We have Mark is liking it. Hi, Mark. We have Julie. We have Kelly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Kelly.
Thank you so much for the love. So, Carmen, what is one thing that in your business and your life you hear most often is a challenge for people?
The challenge is they want to be, everyone must approve with what they say, and everyone, they would like everyone to like them, but it's impossible. So the sooner you make peace with this truth, because not everybody will like you ever, and there will always be people that will criticize you, and it's perfectly okay. As long as you just share your message. When you have something to say, you say it for the people that might need it. This is my truth. This is what I believe in. The people that will connect with it and will resonate will say, okay, it's perfect. Thank you for that. This is what I needed. For those who say, oh, bullshit, I don't like this. It's okay. You will just receive your message from another person.
That's right. That's right. And that's why it's also important to share the message that comes through you instead of looking outside at what everyone else is doing or what the popular messaging is today. That doesn't matter because everyone is called here to share their message. Now, we're getting some questions. So Electra asks, what is success for you, Carmen? What does it mean for you? How do you define it?
Success is doing what you love, and this is success for me, doing what I love. Wake up every morning, and I could not imagine doing anything else than this. Inspiring messages, inspiring poems, writing them, and receiving messages that says thank you. You have no idea how much it helped me. So this makes my day, makes me cry with joy and jump with joy. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy. So this is success for me. Being of service to people and doing what I love, it fulfills me. It is of service to others. So it's just perfect.
Wow, I love that. I love that your version of success is really, it's magnified by the number of people you help. And I think that in this group especially, we are a heart-centered community. Trailblazing leaders don't necessarily do things because they have this vision of, I want to make a lot of money, or I want to, my empire is going to build. I think those are ultimate goals because we want to do it through the people that we're helping. And I think that Absolutely. That's a distinction that you're making, which is so, it's beautiful. So tell us, how do you get inspired when you're writing your messages, and where do these posts come from? How do you get your inspiration?
From everywhere. I get my inspiration from my own life. I get the inspiration from others people's life, from the conversations I have with them in my personal life, in the Facebook group. I don't know, from just everywhere. I get the inspiration when I'm sad. I get the inspiration when I'm happy. From life is pure inspiration. It's a constant inspiration.
So if you were to leave a legacy on the world, if people were to look back at your life and how you've touched people and all of the things that you've done, what would you want that legacy to be? What would you want people to say about you? That Carmen, this is the impact that Carmen had.
Well, Carmen says, love yourself the way you are. Do not struggle so much to impress others, because it is just constant tension, and it's not worth it, because life is meant to enjoy it, really, really enjoy it, and wake up in the morning and have a bright smile on your face and say, thank you. Wow, I love this day. I love the people that are in my life. And if you don't like the people that are in, well, choose different ones that make you happy. And the first thing is to really treat yourself with love and care, because you don't treat yourself with love and care, others will not do it, because you transmit it to others. So the first thing is to love yourself and to be authentic and do things for you. Self-care is very, very important. and don't try to impress. Just be you, love yourself, love every minute of it.
So we lost you for a second, but I think we're good now. So the ultimate message here really is to love yourself and don't wait for other people to do it, because you might be waiting a while if you're trying to speak to the wrong community, or maybe honestly the person just hasn't figured out how to love themselves, and you can't give what you don't have. So when you love, yeah, and you also are elevating people around you. Let's talk really quickly about some of the things that you've had to overcome, because obviously what you do may be well received by some, and others might have negative things to say about it. So what have you, in your particular journey especially, had to overcome, as far as could there be things that maybe played on your belief? Could there be things that maybe people that you did love and respect who maybe weren't able to give it back? Maybe they weren't supportive. Like, what kinds of things have you had to overcome? Maybe, you know, the biggest thing. Let's talk about that. What's the biggest thing you think you've had to overcome?
The biggest thing, I was raised by a father who did not believe in me, and every day he said, "You're not good at anything. You don't know how to do anything good." And constant, every day, I'm not good enough, I don't do anything good. And then I had a marriage with a very violent, that person that kept beating me and said I'm not good at anything. So this message, constant message, I will never be good enough to do anything good. So, I said, that's it. I can't stand it anymore. Deep inside, I knew my value. I knew I was worth it. So I said, that's it. Bye-bye now. I started my fresh life. And see you later, alligator. Okay. And just started. I always had this truth inside of me that said, you are worth it, and you have something special to share with people, and you are perfect the way you are. So having this truth and this voice, this inner voice that never stopped talking to me, and I'm very grateful for it.
Oh, so wow.
This is what I had to overcome, this self-doubt. And I started just to share with my friends, and always give them positive feedback, and telling them how much they are worth it. They are so beautiful, they are a gift for this world. And say, you should tell this to many more people than us. So I started to spread my message more and more, and this poem came, and the positive affirmation that really made a positive impact, and I could not be more happier.
Well, you took me down, you brought me back up. I went right there with you in your story. So thank you. First of all, I honor that you were able to share that with us. And I love what you said too about and Mark says, beautiful soul. I mean, it definitely takes a hugely beautiful soul to do that. Julie said, thank you. She really needed the message today. Julie, I'm so happy that we bring the people together here in this community who can share with each other and help and heal each other and support each other. And that's what it's all about. And Carmen, how beautiful is it that the message inside of you, regardless of the strength and the power of everything going on around you, it was stronger and it was louder than all the bullshit that you were dealing with, and that you were able to rise above that. So you talk about, you said goodbye, you worked on your belief. What does that take? Because some people in this community could be in a place where you were, of they're in this difficult spot and they feel like they're better, but what was the step? Like, what was the point? What did you do to start that change to improve your life?
Well, there is a point in your life when you just say you had it. You just can't stand it anymore. I'd rather die than live another day like this. Pressure, don't do this, don't do that, don't talk like this, don't behave like this. God, enough is enough. There is this day, this moment when you say, that's it. It's this or no life at all. This is how it was for me. I just had it. I want to live my life. I want to express the way I am, and I don't care if you don't like it. I will continue being the way I am because I love myself, and I'm sure there are people that love me for who I am. And those I love, and those who don't love me, I don't care. I love you anyway, but you will be with the ones that will love you and understand you. So it's all good.
Yeah, I have to agree with Mark. You are such a beautiful soul. And okay, here's a profanity alert. I'm about to say some profanity. So if anyone has kids, plug their ears. So it sounds to me, Carmen, like you pretty much got to that fuck this shit moment.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, I've got one thing to say to you and all your bull stories, and that is what I have to say to them. So once you got to that point, was it a scary thing?
Well, yes, it was a scary thing because my ex-husband had his hand on my throat and said, "You are like this. You do what I tell you, or I will beat you to death." And I looked in his eyes and said, do it now, because I don't want to live like this anymore. So it was very critical. It was life and death for me. And yes. I said, like you said, fuck it. It's this or not at all. I know what I'm worth it. So yes, it was a quite extreme life I had. But I'm very grateful for it because I am who I am today because of all the experience. So I'm grateful for the strength that I did not even have any idea that is so strong. So I'm powerful because of the life experience that showed me that I'm powerful, and I do deserve the best.
You absolutely do. Yes, and everyone does.
Yes,
well, thank
absolutely.
you. There's a saying that the deeper you go down, the harder your circumstances, the higher you rise. And I do truly believe that. But I think that other people watching might not have quite dire circumstances, yet there's still a comparison to be made, though, between just because you don't have that violence staring you in the face saying this is life or death doesn't mean that what you're living every day isn't life or death. Because if what you're doing doesn't light you up, it doesn't excite you, it doesn't make you feel passion, you pretty much are dying inside. It may not be as visual, right? But it's still life or death. Life or death.
You don't have to expect to be at that level. You don't.
Exactly. And here's the great thing is that in any moment, everyone watching this has a choice. You have a choice. You can either say, this is the life I'm just going to decide to live, whether it's passionate or not, or you can say, fuck this shit. This is the life I'm going to live over here. This is an amazing life, and that's what I choose, right?
Right. Perfect.
So you just launched a book. I'm so excited for you. Anytime someone releases that big old passion baby out into the world, it is so exciting. It's like such a release. Woo! Tell us about your book. Yes, tell us about it. Tell us about your book.
Well, I wrote it and it's a dream come true, and it's not for me. It is just a gift that everyone can receive and offer to themselves. This is a gift that I offer to the world to remember, to remind the people of how precious they are, how important they are, and they don't have to behave in a certain way that might think that would sound like to many people. No, just love yourself the way you are. Make the best of it. Fight this shit. I don't care if some like it, some don't. I don't care. Live it, love it, spread your message, and just, I don't know, live the moment. Live inspired.
That's right. You only get this one moment. So do you have a favorite piece, a favorite piece that you did in the book, or is there one that you really just love and it's close to your heart, especially more than others?
My editor, my sweet and dear editor, Michelle Cornish, said, if I would ask you, tell me one of it, what would it be, your favorite affirmation? And I said, doing what uplifts the soul is your ultimate true goal. And I think this is it, because when you do the thing that uplifts your soul, this is your goal. It's as simple as that. So my whole book, it's full of this simple but very, very powerful and profound and empowering messages. And I really hope you will find your favorite one there that will inspire you and make you jump with joy.
Well, I haven't gotten my book yet, but I'm definitely going to order it. And I definitely think that there's going to be more than one. It'll be one of those, I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those situations where you're like, I don't know if I can pick a favorite because everything speaks to me. And I just want to pause for a second and recognize that Mila is over here saying what a beautiful soul you are and such an inspiration. And Electra is saying that you're a positive example. Thank you, ladies, so much for acknowledging not necessarily that, anyone can survive it, but just acknowledging another leader. And it's not just surviving and then thriving beyond that situation. It's really about feeling free and comfortable enough in who you are to share it. And that's really what we want to get across here in these interviews, is that everything inside of you is important and it's there because it needs to be shared. And what we go through is a lesson and an example for others. We're role models, we're mentors, we're trailblazing leaders. And so we have such an amazing responsibility in this life to share that what is inside of us. And so, Julie said she can relate to you. I love you. So you really are, just by sharing your message in this one small corner of the world, you're helping so many people. And I just love that and encourage you to keep doing that. So from the Carmen corner, what is the next thing on your list? What are you working on now?
Well, I did my positive affirmation. Now I'm writing, I finished writing my second book, Inspiring Poems, that it's all about inspiration and empowering poems that you will just absolutely find one that speaks to your heart, and you can print it and put it on the wall like some people did and say, wow, this is perfect for me. It will inspire me like forever. So thank you. So this is another gift that you can give to yourself, and I think it will be released on Amazon this month.
Well, also, congratulations. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
then I guess since you're so fast at doing all this stuff, then what's next?
I don't know. I will just see what the life will bring to me. There, I have arrived.
That's the next one. So I guess you're working on material every day, every moment, right? The inspiration.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So where can people find you? Do you work with people? Do you specifically write stuff for people as clients? How does your business work?
Well, I do my counseling and I do my coaching. I'm a assertiveness coach also. That I combined the two of them because I did not like the very rigid rules that clinical psychology had, and I said no. People need more freedom when they come to me to talk to me. So I did the certification to have a assertiveness coaching certification to combine the two of them. So when I have a private consultation with people, they will just feel free, and I will be free to empower them and connect with them, and they just begin to shine. They come to me in depression and fear and all kinds of states, and after one session or two, they were completely changed. So I'm so happy to see them shining again and regaining that strength and that power that they have. I'm so happy to see them like this.
Well, thank you for saying that. I love that just the traditional course was not something that I think that we're all seeing. There's a total movement in globally now, which is that lack of emotion and sensitivity doesn't work. I remember when I got the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental the DSM-4. I don't even know what number they're on. Maybe I'm aging myself. I'm not sure. But when I took psychology, and I remember thinking, well, first of all, as you're going through those classes, you do suffer from every single ailment that they talk about,
yes.
Right? In the medical field, that is such a common thing. My sister, who's a nurse, suffered from every possible ailment when she was going through nursing school. But, I think as sensitive people, we can identify with every component of life. And so, but I love that you took that into the assertiveness. Now, was that a certification that you took, or was it one that you created?
I took this certification. I had this three 3 weeks, I think it was. But I really, really loved it. It was nothing new to me because I already learned from it from the psychology. But I just needed this certification because I just loved the experience of it, and I don't know, made me feel better. And to have this freedom, so I can call myself a coach and do not be imposed by all kinds of, I don't know, psychology. They say you must do this and do this and do this. I don't like it. Every being is unique. Every being has its unique problems that cannot be solved by certain rules. No, I connect with you and then I will see what is best for you then, not by someone that said you must do this. He has no idea. He doesn't know you. He has no idea what do you need. It's all about human connection that is in the moment.
Right. Well, Kelly says congratulations on the new book, by the way. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly. I'm just so was this coaching certification for you? Do you think maybe something that helped you with also that doubt? So maybe you didn't necessarily need it to counsel the way that you wanted to, but by having it, it helped you a little bit overcome some of that doubt that you still had lingering?
Well, it helped me because I do not have doubt. I have many successful therapy that I have with people. I know it works. I know I'm very good at it. I know everything that I do is just perfect, and the perfect people come to me that I'm able to serve them. So it's all good there. I just did this certification to have the freedom to do with them what it's best for them to do and not be, I don't know how, do not have rules like we have in psychology. We have very rigid rules. I don't like rigid rules. So this is why I rather call myself a assertiveness coach, so I can have the freedom to work one-on-one with people and really be of service to them.
I love it. I think you're in the right space. I've been called irreverent in my old age here. So thank you so much. I want to take a moment, and if anyone has any other questions, first of all, if you want to say hi to Carmen, if you haven't said hello, please do that. If you have any questions, though, drop them in now because we're going to get ready to wrap up. I know Carmen's busy, we're busy, you're busy. It's Friday. It's a party day, right? Every day should be a party day, but Friday more so. We're over here partying. It's later for you, so it's Friday night for you, right?
And happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's birthday week. I still have another free thing to drop in the group, by the way. So there's one more coming because I'm not working on my birthday weekend. I'm just going to, and it's Mother's Day too. So everyone deserves a little time away. So if you have any last minute questions, drop them in. Carmen, I want to ask you, if people had to take one action to work with you, to read your book, whatever, what's the one thing that you would ask people to do? What action should they take today?
Well, decide that you deserve this step, this new step in your evolution. I deserve this. I think I deserve to climb another step, to have another experience, I want to feel how it is to be empowered. I know how it feels. I love how it feels to be really secure and sure and spread my message without feeling this tension and without feeling, oh my God, what if I do wrong? You cannot do it wrong. You do it your way.
Right.
And love yourself for it because you are unique. So you cannot do it wrong. You just do it your way and love yourself for it. And the ones that need to hear your message will hear it and will absolutely love you and thank you for it. So go for it.
Yes. So how can people work with you?
Well, they can find me on my Assertiveness Coaching by Carmen Traian, or if they want my poems, they can go on Amazon or on my personal page, Inspiration by Carmen Traian.
So we did drop the link in here when we announced that you were going to be the Future Friday host today. So once we get off of here, we can drop the links in again.
Okay.
Would that be good? Okay. Will you go back in afterwards and drop them in so that People know where to find you. So if you haven't been lit up enough yet by Carmen, definitely check out her stuff. Check out her Facebook page. I think that this is definitely someone we're going to want to watch because your light spreads so far and wide, Carmen. So I just want to really take a moment and thank you for listening to that internal voice that told you that you were better. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for always being visible and always sharing your love and your light in this group and so many other places that I see you show up.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end it here. If you have questions, if you're watching the replay, thank you for taking the time. And if you have questions, please feel free to drop them in. Carmen is a very active member of this group. If you have questions for me, of course, I can answer them too. But I would assume that you want to hear from Carmen and what makes her shine her light so bright. So if we haven't touched on anything that you're really interested in finding out, please feel free to drop it in the thread and she'll answer it as she sees it. So again, Carmen, thank you so much. Mila said, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Mila.
Thank you.
Mila, thank you so much for showing up and supporting Carmen and everything that she's doing and just being supportive overall. We definitely appreciate you and we appreciate everyone watching.
Mila is the best. I love Mila. Mila has helped me immensely. And if it weren't for Mila, I don't know if I would have my book released yet. So I love you, Mila, and I thank you for everything. You're the best. And I love you too, Debbie, and everyone who is here.
Thank you. All right, great. So we're going to end the broadcast, but if you have questions, please feel free to drop them in. Bye.
Bye.